What is going on, everybody? It is Alex from Everything for iPod. Both of the main next-gen consoles are here. It's officially launch date of the Xbox One, so let's get right into it with an unboxing. The Xbox One is Microsoft's first major game console release since the original Xbox 360 launched in 2005. Of course, there have been multiple updates to the Xbox 360 like the Xbox 360 Slim. However, this is the first brand new console and is set out to compete directly with the PlayStation 4 from Sony, which I unboxed on my channel last week. The release date for the Xbox One was 1 week later than the PS4, and if you want to see that unboxing, check my channel. And a little cool side note, that unboxing was actually recorded through Google Glass. Now let's break the seal on top. I'm going to crack into the packaging, see what we get. And by the way, now that I have both the PS4 as well as the Xbox One, let me know what content you would like to see. I have both consoles now, so I'm going to be pumping out a lot of videos, so definitely let me know if you would like to see comparisons or gameplay videos down in the comments below. First off, right on top, we have the Kinect, which is Microsoft's motion camera as well as microphone system used with the Xbox One. The Xbox One does cost $500 and does include the Kinect standard. You don't need to buy a collector's edition or anything like that. No matter what Xbox One bundle you buy, you will get Kinect included, starting at $500. The PS4 is $400 and does not include the PlayStation camera, which is the equivalent for PlayStation to Kinect. That will run you $60 additional. Just a little side note to add. The Kinect itself looks really nice. It's a pretty bulky unit, will take up quite a bit of space. It does have a tripod mount down on the bottom, but overall looks very nice and has a pretty solid feel to it. Next up, there's a quick start guide, warranty information, as well as a booklet outlining some of the accessories that Microsoft offers, and to be honest, most people won't look at any of these pieces of paper. They'll probably go right in the garbage. We also have the headset, which is used for Xbox Live chats. I must say it's a very interesting headset the way it is set up. On the bottom, we have a very interesting headset controller with a giant mute switch and giant volume buttons, which connect directly to the controller of the Xbox One. It's very nice compared to the PlayStation 4 controller for the volume and mute switch. The volume is actually controlled through the system itself. There's no physical volume buttons, and the switch is on the wire. Very hard to control. On the Xbox One, the headset that comes with it, as you can see, it's a full headset style, whereas the PlayStation 4 headset is just an earbud style. We have a earpiece that moves up and down on the band. The band itself doesn't adjust, and the microphone actually rotates from side to side. Very nice headset. Next up, we have the power brick and the power cables. A lot of people were complaining that the Xbox One power brick was enormous. Yeah, it is pretty big, but to be completely honest, it's not all that much bigger than the Xbox 360 power brick, but I can see where people have every right to complain, considering that the PlayStation 4 is smaller than the Xbox One and has the power brick built inside the console, whereas the Xbox One has the external power brick. And lastly, for the cables, then we can move on to the exciting part. We have the HDMI cable, which has the same gloss black finish as many of the other components of the Xbox One. And now on to the more exciting parts that you've probably been looking forward to. First, we have the controller. The controller was completely redesigned for the Xbox One, but it shares many of the same design features as the Xbox 360 controller. We also have 2 AA batteries to start powering the controller up, and I must say the controller feels really good in the hand. It's a lot lighter than the Xbox 360 controller. It does feel a little bit plasticky, but the triggers feel really good. I've used the triggers for a few minutes playing Forza 5, and the vibrating triggers just really enhance the whole gaming experience. On the back, we have the battery door cover for the 2 AA batteries, and we no longer have that giant battery hump on the back. We also have a micro USB port up top. Again, those really nice triggers. However, the bumper buttons as well as the D-pad do feel a little bit cheap and plasticky compared to the rest of the buttons on the controller. And then lastly, we have the console itself in the bottom of the box, which was a little bit hard to get out of the box maneuvering around the tripod, but eventually I did get there and get the console out, so let's take it out of the styrofoam wrapping it's in and take a closer look. Picking it up for the first time, I can tell that it is quite a bit heavier than the PlayStation 4, but it does scream build quality over the PlayStation 4. I love the gloss black elements, and it really just looks like a quality console. On the front of the Xbox One, we have the slot loading disk drive, as well as the Xbox logo over on the right-hand side, which glows when the console is on. On the right hand side of the console, we have an overwhelming amount of ventilation, and on the left side we have a USB port as well as the sync button for accessories and controllers. Moving around to the back of the console, we have our rear I/O. So all the way on the left is the power connector, and then going over towards the right, we have HDMI out, which connects to your TV, digital audio in case you want to use a sound system or a surround sound, HDMI input in case you want to connect a set-top TV box so you can use your Xbox One to watch TV, two USB ports, the Connect connector, an IR blaster for your set-top box, as well as an Ethernet connection. The setup process was easy, but it did take a while, but at the end it kind of made it very interesting. There was a little intro video to the console that showcased many of the launch titles as well as features of the Xbox One. It was a pretty cool video. I really liked the music and graphics of it, and it really just kind of drew me in and made the experience of turning the console on for the very first time that much better. That is it for now, guys. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit that like button as well as subscribe so you don't miss out on any of my future content. Like I said, I now have both the Xbox One as well as the PS4, so let me know down in the comments what kind of content you would like to see, comparing the consoles, comparing the controllers, comparing games. Let me know. I'll take any suggestions down in the comments. Thanks, and I'll catch you in my next video. See ya.